Hey guys, welcome back to Jack on Tracks. And this episode, we're going to be installing these ground throws. I just did a test piece one here. I got four more to do, and I used a piece of 0.030, 30 thousandths, right? And I cut in a strip about the width of the throw, and it looks pretty good. Just wondering if I might have went just a little bit too high with it. So I'm not really sure. I might have went a little bit too high. So what I'm going to do is I cut another. I got some piece left over, so I cut three strips again. I'm just going to glue these together with Tamiya quick set because I just want to get this done. So I don't know. People say Tamiya. Someone said Tamiya doesn't work. Tamiya doesn't work with styrene. Yeah, no, it works fine. It's working fine for me. So, but yeah, these are. It's just a little low, but I think I think that's going to work better. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue these out. So, right. So what we're going to do is we're going to install this one. This one was already drilled out, working relatively freely, and we should be able to get this all going. I did drill a hole in the bottom of this to throw in an electric switch, but that hole somehow no bueno. It's way off to one side. But I really don't care. I'm not throwing a tortoise in here. I was actually thinking of doing little knob throws out here, but I like this better. So what I got to do, I got to figure out where on here this is going to sit. So I'm just scratching a little bit here. All right, so we look like we want to be about there. So that's pretty much where I want to cut it. So now the only problem is that I'm going to cut these wood pieces just a little bit long. Either that or I'm going to have to notch this piece down there a little bit to absorb some of this tie. Not really sure what's easier, but this is what we're doing. All right. Put that away. I'm just happy I got room in here to do this because this could be a real pain. All right. All right. Alright, so we got that. And that just busted. Alright, so we have the ability to fix all this, and that's what we're going to have to do. So, alright. I'm just going to shut you guys off for a second and rethinkulate what I got to do to fix this. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, so welcome back. And we had a little problem solving session. I trimmed these wood back just a little bit, and I started with this pin vise to start the hole. Now I'm going to go up to this. I tried doing this originally with the pin vices when I did the first holes, and they are like impossible to do. So I'm going to mark a hole because this one's a little bit off center. All right. This just keeps getting better, guys. I have to resolder that. All right. Boom. That's it. That's how fast that goes. Trying to do it with the pin vise, I'd be here all day until next Thursday. So, I'm going to upsize the next hole. Size up. That's that. That's in there. So, I'm just going to unplug this. Put this over here because we're going to use this 3 more times. And let me put this in the pin vise so I don't lose this little drill bit. Alright, so I don't know if you just saw, but I just broke the solder joint of this thing, so I'm going to have to resolder this. Alright, but I'm not too concerned about that for now because we're going to push this over. I'm going to bring this over to where it's supposed to be on the solder. And then I'm going to do a little more voodoo and black magic here because I have unfortunately had to do this before. All right, that's pushed up. Okay, so just give me a second, break out the soldering iron. All right, guys, we're back. This torch, this soldering iron seems to be heating up pretty good. Yeah, hand lay track, they said. It'd be fun, they said. All right. That's the repair. So I put a little more flux on there. I tinned the tip. I put a little solder on the tip to add to the solder joint. And it actually feels like it fixed it. All right, so here we go. All right, let's disconnect the soldering iron. I'm actually putting a nice Weller soldering station in my Amazon store. Like Christmas. One of the things I want for Christmas. Really, you can use a couple of different. You can really actually use a couple of different powered soldering irons in this hobby. So, all right. So we got all that. All right. That fits in there. Got a little spring on it. All right. So Smear it around. Trying to attach it to my finger. That is what we're doing. Little accelerator. Put it off of there. All right. Now, the only issue I've been having is that this cork is soaking up the glue. Yeah, it's soaking the glue up, and it's like not letting it bond. But what I'm finding is that there we go. All right, yeah. After it sets up a little bit, it just let it set for a minute. All right, so that works. Now, what I'm looking for is not to make that mess, but I did. Had another pen. There we go. This will make life a little bit easier. All right, so this one's already done. There we go. We got that in there. I'm going to take this pin and center punch it. Now, these are getting put in, these are going to get drilled out with the pin vise because I need them to be a small little hole. I have railroad spikes that I'm going to use. And I'm just putting them in there as extra support. Get this started with the pin vise. I gotta buy a new pin vise. And then one little twisty thing on top, make it a little bit easier. All right, so I got those started. Now I come over to here. All right, this one's going to be a little bit easier because this one is actually sitting on that edge a little bit. So all right, we got that. Little center punch action. Start the hole. Okay, so I just want to start cutting. All right, so let's get this in. We cut these by hand. These are going to take, yeah. I mean, you can watch me do it. But like I said, I'm only going to show you guys how to do one of these. You don't need to watch me do all 5. And I'll time lapse the rest of them. I'm just trying to get these done So I want to get this video in the works so I can have something to present to you guys. I'd like to have a couple of videos in backup. All right, let's stop fussing around here. All right, so we got those two. Pretty much done. That was almost a big mistake. Thank you, Lord, for not punishing me for my stupidity. All right, so these are going to go in here like this. I believe these pins are about a little bigger than a hole, but maybe I'll use these to hold it in place. Because what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to glue these down. Now the Delron, I'm not sure if they're going to glue down. Not really sure. But it's not going to be the first time I failed. It ain't going to be the last. But I'm going to keep trying. Going to keep trying. All right, so said that. Someone said epoxy. Not too sure about that. Could have swore, remember guys gluing these down with a little CA glue back in the day. I'm going to give these a good little scuffy. Got a little scuffed up there. Let me just take a look here. Hey, wait. All right, give me a second. Be right back. Well, guys, welcome back to Jack on Tracks and how do you screw stuff up big time. Yeah, you guys probably gonna see in the blooper reel. I had this jar in here. I thought it was closed. So I usually close them, and I knocked it over and I spilt literally half. All right, so now we have a big wet spot. Hope that fixes itself. If not, we'll be touching that up. Let's go on from there. I haven't decided 100% yet. I might cut these down. I might not. I'm thinking I'm not going to. I think I'm just gonna put these together. These two are in place. You saw me putting these in, and then the final part of me putting these in, somehow I lost it on camera. Here we go again. I'm going to open this container up. Let's try not to spill it this time. All right? Good luck with that. So, what I need I need a piece long enough. I'm gonna need a couple more. I need 2 more of these, so I'm running a little bit short on these. But like I said in the earlier video, 2 seems to be the magic number. 3 is too high. Stuff does get a little capillary action on here. But yeah, so we got this glued down, gluing in place. Okay. All right. You ever had one of those days when the coffee's not kicking in? Today is the day the coffee's not kicking in. All right. square these up a little bit so they look a little bit nicer. I'm going to try not to spill. The only good thing about a stain is that stains happen in real life. So if we apply this right here like this, we get the full length throw. I'm actually considering that. We couldn't do that here because of the space that's in here, obviously. So, I mean, this we can do that with. One, it'll save me a ton of time, which I really don't care about. I just want something, I just want it to look nice. You know something? I think that's what we're going to do, because that is actually looking pretty good. We step over here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to save time. Not just time, but we're going to save my freaking sanity, because this gets a little crazy. And we're going to put that in like that. Alright, so I got three of these. Try not to drag that down. I think after I'm done doing this module, I think we're going to do a remodel of the Jack on Track studio. I don't know, make it sound important, right? Nope, that's not gonna work. Alright, so well, that plan's not gonna work either. So what we got here is a shortage. Alright, so I'm gonna take this switch and I'm gonna cut this down to the end right there. We're gonna move these in, and I'm gonna redesign these blocks. Since I got more room, I'm gonna make a nice little square pad to make it look a little bit nicer. Alright, so that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to mark these all up, and then I'm going to shut the camera off because you don't need to watch me doing this. I'm actually going to watch me do it because I'm going to do a time lapse for this. And we'll go from there. Alright. Alright, I got these two marked. I'm going to cut these off, and then I'm going to size these up and then drill everything in. We'll go from there. Alright, so we'll be right back. Oh. Well, guys, I just noticed something that I messed up. I repaired this, but I used the wrong size PC tie here. This is an N scale tie. This is not going to work. There's not enough meat there for me to drill through. So here we go again. We're going to fix that. All right, we're back. We replaced that tie. Didn't figure you guys want to watch me do that. You've seen me do it before in other videos. All right, so that one's in. You know, when we ballast around, I can, I'll paint this concrete, little concrete pad. And we'll go from there with that. See my problem with this stuff. So, all right, we're gonna let that dry, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. Living all over the place. There's some days you walk away from me. All right, so there we go. Just like this. I'll take those. We'll say one thing, man. Those number 11 blades, there's so many uses. All right, so we're gonna come in here. We're going to drop in our pilot hole. That'd be our pilot hole. Somewhere in here is the biggest drill bit. All right. And if you remember, I spilt that Tamiya all over the layout. Yeah, a new issue. It melted the styrene underneath while it evaporated. So now we're gonna get to fix that. Told you, we're gonna share the good, the bad, and the ugly. You get the ugly all the time because I'm on tape. Alright. Looks like we know what we're doing now, right? Only took 4 to get there. Alright, so go there. The issue is alright, so what happened is since I put this in, this bar is a tad long. I should have cut it a little bit shorter, and I didn't. But it's not hitting the board, it's hitting the throw. So with the throw where it looks like it's going to be, alright, so we can pretty much mount this right here. That's what we're going to do. So there you go. There you go. Now, we got pretty much everything's done on the track work now. Just have to figure out the power distribution to this siding. I'm pretty sure it's going to be run off of here, over this that track. It's not going to be an issue. Yeah. So let me take a look at that. Let me get this stuff put away. But yeah, once again, we got these in. They're all working. They need a little bit of fine tuning, but that'll be done once the nails are in, because I'll hold them solid in place. And then we'll go from there. Yeah. We're going to start building the building. That's going to be in the next video. It's already in. I went with the, I couldn't get the Sunrise Mills, but I kind of changed that idea. Instead of getting the Sunrise Mill, I went with the Columbia. I went back to the Columbia feed mill, because the Columbia feed mill, I can open some doors in it and put an interior in it with some lighting to add more interest to it. And that model is going to be multi-layout. It's going to go on this layout. It's going to be able to come on and off. I'm going to show you how I do that. Both models are going to be able to come on and off, so this can basically be, I'm going to make a little cover that bolts onto the side of this for storage, to keep it clean and keep it from getting damaged. And I'm probably going to do that with all of them, all my modules I have. And I'm going to build a Fremo module sometime in the not so distant future. My next thing I'm going to build is probably going to be another N-track module, and you'll get to see that. And then we're going to start building cars and structures and all sorts of fun stuff. So stay tuned. And once again, as always, like and subscribe. Hit that notification button, because I know you just can't wait to hear me jabber more. So hit that notification button. And as always, catch you later.